Kotal is really that guy. He shows up to battle on a dinosaur, and now he just made Goro look like a chump. If he's this cool in the comics, I can only imagine how cool he's going to be in the games. Hey guys, it's Necromus here. Today I have an interesting Mortal Kombat discussion video. A few months back I did a similar video discussing the downfall of Dark Raiden. So today I'll be talking about the regression of Kotal Kahn. The first real look at Kotal Kahn we got was in the Mortal Kombat X comics, where he was this badass, unstoppable warrior who rode into battle on a dinosaur and destroyed the likes of Goro and Rain in a fight, leaving them both severely crippled. We got to learn of his backstory, being an Aztec warrior who was bred for combat. He's a bloodthirsty, brutal character, but at the same time, a level-headed leader who has no interest in conquering realms, just bettering his own. Overall, a very fitting next Kahn. He had great interactions with other MK characters, and overall really interesting dialogue. The comics really did a phenomenal job with Kotal's character. He was easily my favorite newcomer at the time. NetherRealm Studios needs to take notes from the comics because they managed to take him from my favorite to a pathetic waste of potential. The Mortal Kombat X game rolls around, and the story barely focuses on Kotal at all. Sure, he has his own chapter, but he didn't do anything memorable in it. They had him lose to Jackie and Kung Jin, and just be an all-around over-glorified jobber. Kotal's rivalry with Mileena over the throne was good, but that was about it. He didn't carry that same energy he had in the comics, since he was a villain and NRS's storytelling is more formulaic than comic books, having the good guys win every fight and rarely giving the villains time to shine. It's even more shameful considering Kotal did get his own chapter, but it was very early on, and throughout the rest of the game, he just gets his ass handed to him by multiple different fighters. On to Mortal Kombat 11. Before I even get into the actual game itself, Kotal was off to a bad start right from his reveal trailer. How are you going to introduce a character and have him get killed off in his own trailer? By Jackie no less? Embarrassing. Mortal Kombat 11's story definitely developed Kotal more and gave him more screen time. We got to see Kotal fight Shao for the title of Khan, in which Kotal becomes a cripple. I have no issue with him losing to Shao, but I wish the fight was more intense and badass, like you would expect it to be if those two powerhouses clashed. Kotal should have used his powers and abilities and multiple weapons. Instead, Shao made Kotal look like a total pushover and ruined pretty much any intimidation factor he had left by this point. Kotal just ends up swinging his big heavy sword around and trying to bear hug Shao. Not to mention, a lot of Kotal's screen time is wasted on the stupid, shoehorned relationship with Jade, which nobody asked for or liked. Seriously, why? Don't even get me started on the Aftermath DLC for Mortal Kombat 11. They managed to butcher Kotal even further, as Shao Kahn doesn't cripple him in their fight this time, he straight up fatalities him, and off screen at that. We just see Kotal's head fly off the boat as the villains are docking. Wow, I'm speechless. An actual representation of NetherRealm Studios killing Kotal's character. It looks like he's going to be excluded from the new game, Mortal Kombat 1. His only chance in my opinion is as a DLC cameo at best, but it's still not enough to redeem his character. I really do hope I'm wrong and they add Kotal as a playable character again, if not in this game, definitely the next one. Since the timeline's been rebooted, I really hope NRS does right by his character this time. I don't understand how you can take such an interesting and cool character and turn him into such a useless tool in the story modes. Kotal Kahn went from being the best Mortal Kombat X newcomer to being one of the worst in such a short period of time. I think his character, design, and abilities are fascinating and a great addition to Mortal Kombat, but man, did NetherRealm Studios ever butcher the character. Had he stayed on top like he did in the comic introduction, this video would have never been made, and Kotal would have been a badass, beloved character among all fans, no doubt. Unfortunately for the Green Kahn, that's not the case. I just wanted to make a video on this, as I always found it to be a real shame how Kotal regresses throughout his appearances in Mortal Kombat. Hopefully NRS will improve on him for his next time around. What do you think about Kotal? Let me know. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, this has been Nickfamous. See you later.
Kotal Kahn wins.